Well, I've come outside into the Spotlight garden for our next story, partly because we're blessed with a little bit of sunshine, but our next story is about dog attacks, a very serious situation when it's on a person. Charges can be brought and the dog can be put down. In fact, just last Thursday in Weymouth, a lady was walking along Castle Cove Sailing Club and she was attacked by a Doberman-like looking dog, knocked to the ground, and she was bitten on the arm. The police are looking for witnesses in that certain situation. But when it's a dog-on-dog attack, police are absolutely powerless to act. And as a result, they're asking for changes in the law. In a moment, I'll be talking to Jamie Penrith, and Bonnie will be talking about aggressive dogs and how you can be dealing with them. But first of all, Lee Rundle has been to Exeter to speak to a man whose dog was attacked and died as a result.
I came out of the wood with my black Labrador behind me, and ahead of me I could see a chap, and there were 4 big dogs bounding ahead of him, 30 or 40 feet away, and moments later the dogs had run across and buried my black Labrador. There was an old girl of 15 and a half years at the bottom of this snarling, writhing heap. She screamed a scream from hell. It went on for what seemed like a lifetime.
This is Lucy after the attack. The following day she was put to sleep. A dog attack on another dog, however savage, isn't a crime. Police have no power to arrest the owner or seize the animals involved. Such incidents are dealt with by civil law.
We see a number of incidents that we feel a bit powerless, that we can't do what we'd like to do. We are police officers, we can only work within the law, but we have during our meetings we've said, look, we need to be looking at the law change.
Mr. Westwood is hoping other people who may have encountered the dogs which killed their much-loved family pet will come forward and help with the police investigation. Lee Rundle, BBC Spotlight, Newton St Sires.
It's a really sad story that's had lots and lots of feedback on Twitter and our Facebook page. I'll be reading some of those out in just a minute. But first of all, meet Jamie Penrith and Bonnie.
Hello.
Keep getting treats out your pocket, not for me, but for Bonnie.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's a really sad situation about dogs being attacked, and it's not a criminal offence. I'm just wondering, if a dog does charge towards you and you have got a pet yourself, say on a lead, what do you do? Because your natural reaction is to protect your pet.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the most dangerous thing, but probably the most instinctive thing for a person to do, particularly owners with smaller dogs, is to pick the dog up and hold the dog up close, because obviously the dog that's coming in towards that individual's dog is going to be more likely to jump up towards that, and the owner does run the risk of being bitten, perhaps not intentionally by the dog, but as a redirected or mistimed attack on the other dog. So really the dog needs to be left up on the floor, and if the owner can turn and just walk calmly away, which is difficult, I know, in a situation such as that, but if you can walk away from the dogs with their own dog, then that's probably the best advice that I can give, unless they have some means of interrupting.
We've had lots of feedback on this on Facebook. Katie Pringle, heartbreaking, law needs changing. Dee McGregor, disgusting, the law needs changing as well. Sherry Fox Foreman, the law must be changed. And some people saying, well, isn't it just instinct for a dog? Can you change the behaviour of an aggressive dog?
First of all, I think it's important to note that every single dog has got the capacity to be aggressive. It's an adaptive behaviour and it's part of their survival mechanism, exactly the same as every other animal, including ourselves, have the capacity to be aggressive. You really want to look at how often that aggression has been displayed and to what level. What is the inhibition that the dog has shown? Is there any bite inhibition, or is the dog full-blown, determined in terms of attacking? Can it be changed? It can be modified, it can be managed, but can you teach something which has been learned? Can you unlearn that? That's a very difficult thing to do.
And just briefly, if a dog attacks a guide dog, the owner can get 3 years in prison, but dog-on-dog attacks aren't criminal offences. In your opinion, as a behaviourist, as a trainer, should the law change in terms of that?
I believe that the law should reflect the responsibility on the owner to maintain proper control of their dog under all circumstances.
Jamie, Bonnie, thank you very much indeed, and keep those Facebook comments coming in.
Thanks, Victoria.